I'm pretty sure. Check it out. Moving down the list, AC/DC was your second show that you saw?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Australian.
Speaking of Australia, the dingo ate their baby too. And I've had you write up some lists, and you said something from Brian Johnson.
No, something from Bon Scott.
Well, it says B. Johnson right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I think it says. Oh, yeah. I think that was the go-to.
Did you screw up?
No, in case my list doesn't have that. See.
Oh, you want some Bon Scott stuff?
In case you don't have any Bon Scott stuff.
Well, of course I do.
But you got to go with something, right on.
That was not the era that was there, though.
No, of course not. But I'm a true AC/DC fan, right?
You like to go back to the Bon Scott era.
Yeah, and Bon Scott, he's the man.
He is the man. But nothing against Brian Johnson, though,
Brian
right?
Johnson is good.
Okay. AC/DC was your second show at the Castle.
AC/DC.
Was that the one the White Lion opened up for?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, AC/DC was an interesting concert, and we took the tour bus down. My mom had enough of driving us.
So she wasn't going to drive?
No, she said, take the tour bus. You get in the bus, and then you go to the concert, and you jump in the bus and come home. So, okay. So when we did that, you were there, it was a mad
crazy.
House,
I totally missed White Line because I was still trying to get parked.
There was 5 miles of traffic. The traffic's in Petoskey, and we're trying to get to the Castle.
I was downtown. I thought the drawbridge was going to go up, and we were never going to get to see the show.
But so we after the show, the bus left without us, so we were trapped. There was 10 out of 40 people. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And we were running like Forrest Gump, running.
Yeah.
Hey,
you were running and running.
They kept on going
and running.
And they didn't care.
So the bus left without you. You're from Wawa. You're a kid. How old were you?
I was the oldest. I think I was 17.
17.
Yeah. And my buddy and his brother was 13 years old.
Wow.
Like a kid.
Stranded in a foreign country.
Yeah.
And far away from the border. No way back.
No money. We had $6, I think, between us.
$6 horse. No money.
We had a White Lion shirt, though.
Oh, I've got, you know what? I've got one, too. It's,
have all yours shrank, too? Mine have really shrank.
They really have. They've seen shrunk. They don't seem to fit anymore. No. I don't understand why.
When I do wear mine, I get the man boob thing going.
Oh, yeah, that's not pretty. No. It ain't pretty.
No, and it's not good.
Mine says rock and roar on the back.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Has the baseball sleeves, the black sleeves with the white.
It's the class. It should be on eBay.
It should be. I gave it to my son. He wears it.
We're trapped. We're looking for Wawa people. And Wawa people stand out sometimes in a crowd.
Really?
Yeah.
You can recognize other Wawanians?
Yeah, they're a little different. We have a special call.
The sound of a beer opening?
Yeah. So we ended up walking 5 miles to this campground, to meet up with Wawa people that we heard we didn't even know if they were there. We heard that they were there.
You heard that there were some other Wawaiians hanging out at a campground.
So we walked forever. And when we finally got there, we ended up meeting a bunch of Wawa people. We're all happy as pie. We're getting a ride home, whatever. And then this Wawa dude had too much to drink and got in a fight with his girlfriend and drove his truck into a house.
Of course he did.
In a cabin.
Of course he did.
And then after that, it got a little bit crazy. And we ended up having to bail him out. And I actually got to drive the truck home that crashed into the house because he was no longer entitled to drive in Michigan.
So you had a guy who, you met up with some fellow Wawa people. They took you in.
They took us in, yeah.
Started feeding you more beer.
Yes.
And food, which wasn't as important as beer, but you probably had more beer. And then one of the guys got all jealous, because this always happens. Somebody gets drunk. They think someone's hitting on their girlfriend. Something like that.
And she was hot. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, well.
If I would have had a ride, I might have hit on her too. But since I was,
exactly, yeah,
begging for a ride,
you didn't have
my pie hole,
you didn't have the luxury of hitting on the guy's girlfriend. So she's hot, and which makes it even worse, because the hotter she is, the more jealous the guy's going to be once he's drank so much.
It goes up proportionally.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a gauge.
Yeah.
And so he ends up flipping out, spinning around his truck, rams into the cabin, pisses off the campground guy.
Yeah.
Does he end up getting in jail or anything?
He gets thrown in jail. So we
pitched in, bailed him out.
We all pitched in. We didn't give up our $6 because
hell
no way. We got $6
You were going to
left.
pitch in. You don't even know the guy.
When we went to the Charlevoix jail, and it was hilarious because everybody there had a black eye or a fat lip or, I don't know,
long hair.
Yeah, everyone looked
concert shirts.
A lot of Canadians there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like to come down and cause trouble in the States, huh?
What's going on?
Hey, you damn Americans and your concerts and your beer. Come here.
Yeah. But so we ended up having to drive that guy's truck back home.
Wow.
And then it was so ironic. We crossed the bridge, the bridge over here, and the truck dies in the middle, in the middle of the bridge.
Died in the middle of the international bridge.
Like basically at the line, you know what I mean? Like
right at the U.S. and Canada.
So now what do we do? Well, what else can go wrong? Meteorite's going to hit us, or
It must have been that watered down American gas.
It might have been.
It's like the beer,
Yeah, I think it was. So yeah.
So you made it. But what happened? Did you push it? Did you get a jump?
We got a boost. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that was how does your electrical system just die and then?
I don't know. I think it was involved with when you hit a house. I don't know, delayed reaction.
There might have been something happen.
Sure.
So you went from the Sioux to Wawa without incident after that, though?
I went without incident. A couple of my buddies had a close call with death. They saw things.
Oh, well.
But whatever. But then the best part was we got back and we went to complain and say, well, at least give us half our money back.
To the campground.
No.
Oh, to the bus tour company. Right, exactly. I'm sorry.
Let's give them back $25.
You left without us.
You only drove one way.
Yeah.
And said, well, we knew you guys are party animals, and we figured you went and found a party.
Bastards. What was the name of the company? Is it still around?
They just retired.
Did they?
Yes.
Well, what's the name of the company?
I can say it now. They retired. Reed's Bus Line. Yeah.
Reed's Bus Line.
But I did use them later, and they gave me a ride home every time.
Well, still, Reed's.
They still owe me
$25.
You cheap bastard.
Is the guy that owns it? His name Reed? Yeah.
Is his name
Dave?
Reed?
Dave?
Dave
Reed?
Dave and Leslie. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
$25. Well,
leaving people down there.
Well, they wouldn't be in the book. Oh. I didn't put them in the book.
They wouldn't be in the book. They wouldn't let you use their name.
They wanted to talk to me later, like when I was writing the book. I did the word about bad press.
Right. Yeah. Whatever.
Said, no. It's water on the bridge. It's 21 years ago. Whatever. Yeah. But
I'm still bitter about it.
My mom is still mad about that.
I am too. Me and Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm mad along with Mom.
It's ridiculous.
Leaving the guys down there. They were kids. Don't you have any conscience?
It was horrific seeing the back of that bus.
I bet. It was a sinking feeling.
Yeah,
I mean, you're like...
That's it, yeah.
I know the feeling, man.
It was
so
bad.
You made it alive out of Charlevoix?
We did, yeah. And then my mom wasn't impressed.
No, I bet you she wasn't.
No. It didn't go over well.
My White Snake story was, of course, the big incident that happened and everything. Afterwards, the only place that was open, we always waited in the parking lot until everybody left. We didn't try fighting to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know what it's like.
Insanity.
Yeah. So we waited. We thought, we'll just have a couple of Kool-Aids.
Adult beverages.
And, and then we'll wait until things clear out. So we did. So by the time we're going through downtown Charlotte, it's like 3 a.m. Nothing's open except for the 7-Eleven.
Okay.
7-Eleven was like the shining beacon, and, we pull into 7-Eleven. And the story's in the book, and you'll have to check out all the details, but needless to say, I ended up running into the drummer from Autograph. And the guy was typical rock star and living his 15 minutes because he had a couple of babes, took a bite of my sandwich.
And he was barefoot. Did he say he was barefoot?
He was
barefoot, yeah.
For the love of me, I cannot tell you how I remember this, but I remember it like it was yesterday. And there's things I did last week that I couldn't tell you, but some things, I don't know why, they stick in there, and then that's it. So your second show was AC/DC. White Lion opened up for him. Here's some White Lion. Here's Tell Me on the Hair Scare.